today. Today is Friday the 18th of August and we are working upside down because it's upside down Friday. I'm just going to pull you up on here and turn down my volume and see who's here today. We are rock climbing this morning, so I'm just going to pull up the images that we have on the Padlet. How are you all today? I have got a wicked headache and I'm hoping that it will go away with a little bit of art and then I can enjoy the rest of the day. I haven't taken anything for it, but maybe I should. Rock climbing, we have quite a few images. Well, actually we have 3 images, but I think it'll be fun to do these upside down because then we won't be as intimidated. Hi Janice, good morning, how are you? Yesterday I thought I was going to be able to do the visual arts passage, but I again had a little bit of jet lag. I don't know how long it takes you, Janice, but I thought I was okay after day 2. Was not okay after day 2. Anyway, I did Dylan's drawing session. If you haven't done Dylan Sarah's Drawn Together on Thursday nights, or on Thursday afternoons, Thursday night if you're in Europe, he usually has a guest on. I've been a guest a couple of times. And yesterday we painted from Earth's World, a photographer that takes candid photos of people at festivals or fairs or markets, and they're brilliant photos, really good quality. And yeah, so yesterday was fun. The images of the people, they're just ordinary people, and Dylan had chosen a few images, or I think John also chose some images. So these were the 2 that I got finished, and then I was too tired to do any more, so I didn't do any more. So those were those. Aristotle says, what's popping? I can't figure out whether Aristotle is young or old. I'm not sure. A different translation of language, I guess. Okay, let's have a look. We are going to do some upside down rock climbing images. Is everybody ready? Not too many people on here this morning. It is Friday morning and maybe everybody's still sleeping. Okay, I'm just going to put that on Do Not Disturb and grab the images. So this is our first image that I have of a girl rock climbing. Anybody done any rock climbing before? This is the second image. I thought this was kind of cool. Very, very like foreshortened image, different angle, but I think when we turn it upside down, we will be able to figure this out a lot easier. And then this image, which is going to be fun when we turn it upside down again. He is upside down, so when we turn it upside down, it's going to be interesting. Okay, so let's go back to the first image, and I'm going to turn her upside down and just really focus on values, and let's do a color blocking one to start. Everybody up for a color blocking one? I'm going to turn my page upside down as well, so that when I'm looking through, when I'm looking through my book, it's going to be right side up. Janice says, does the climbing wall on the slide with my grandpa? Yes, absolutely. That's rock climbing, kind of. That's fine. Good morning. Bonjour. How are you, Alexandra? Hola, Patricia. Okay, so let's do a 3-minute warm-up, where we're just color blocking. Just look at the shapes and the colors and don't worry about anything else. My light is flickering for some reason. Not sure why, but it is. We have 3 images this morning, and it is Upside Down Friday, so make sure you turn your image upside down. This girl now looks like she's climbing down the mountain. So I'll set my timer for 3 minutes, and we will get started. 3 minutes starts now. Always a great way just to warm up and get started on your drawing. Or if you don't have anything else, or if you have a busy day and you just want to do a 10-minute warm-up sketch, it's always a good challenge to do an upside down one, not think about anything else. I don't really look like I'm color blocking much, do I? I am, but in a sketchy way. Sometimes I say what I'm gonna do and it doesn't happen, so yeah, I'm sure you guys are all the same. Is everybody drawing with us today? Or are you doing your own thing? I know that Janice she's got images of her grandchildren climbing on the climbing frame, which I thought was very cool. We're drawing images of rock climbers today. And that is not light enough. Should probably get the rock in as well. That would be good. I need almost, I think the Payne's Gray. I'm using the Neocolors today. Or right now I'm using Neocolors. And the Payne's Gray is a great color for rock. I need to add some green in there too, I think. Anyone else did Dylan Sarah's draw last night? Or yesterday afternoon? It was always a very relaxed draw session, which I like. Today I have the new 8-week foundations class coming out. If you're a patron, check your Patreon messages later, because there will be a coupon for that. This is part 2 of the foundations. If you didn't do part 1, it's still available on the on-demand section. But yeah, so that will be coming out. I'm excited about that. And then there will be a virtual art retreat. I kind of switch things around because the foundations part 2 is going to run every Monday, and then I want to run a virtual art retreat. I have a list of another 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 6 months of virtual art retreats. But this next one, we are going to Australia, we're going to East Coast USA, we're going to Mexico and Canada. So they're really some, I mean, every country is fantastic, but a lot of these mean quite a lot to all of us. So I think it's going to be a really great 4 weeks. So we'll do the foundations course, and then if you're interested in doing the virtual art retreat alongside it, or just the virtual art retreat, that will be available later today. All right, well, that wasn't too bad of an upside down drawing. I didn't get the, she's just free climbing. She's not attached to anything on mine. Okay, so let's do another upside down one. And this is going to be interesting. This is, because we're upside down, it looks a little different. I think it's still going to be difficult. I think we do a 10-minute one on this one. I'm going to try and get the mountains in as well. And I think I'm going to do this one in gouache and just get a lot of paint on the page for 10 minutes. And then maybe go over it and put some crayons over the top of that. All right, who is painting with us? Tell me if you're painting with me, and if you're not, what are you doing not painting? Okay, I'll move this up a little bit. So I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes just so that I don't spend even longer on it. Your time starts now. I'm going to take a big brush and start by looking. Maybe I'll clean up my palette at the same time. You can't see me doing this, but I have a lot of mess on the side here, so I can clean it up. Notice how this image is very long, and my page, I'm going to do a double thread, is a little bit shorter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop my image to about there. So now I have to adjust. This rock is going to actually come across the page slightly, but I'm going to adjust my composition to my page. Need a little bit more blue. I always forget that this set doesn't have white, and you have to put extra white. That's something that I didn't get, and I should maybe invest in some more white. ¿Dónde está mi blanco? I did have it just here. It was just, oh, here it is. I'm going to squeeze out as much as I can. C says, our oldest used to rock climb and run at the same time. Run and rock climb. Amazing. Okay, I've got some white. Hi C, how are you? If you're part of the Paint Your Heart and Soul, I was going to do a meet this afternoon. I'm not sure if anybody is around. I'm back painting at the studio in the morning for the next week, so I thought I could do it in the afternoon, maybe at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So let me know, Paint Your Heart and Soul people, if you want to join. We'll have a look what we've missed. We'll have a look, and if you want to work on any that we've missed, or if you just want to work on whatever you're working on. Okay, this green needs to come up a lot more. Taking a long time here, aren't I? Okay, let's get some rock face on this side. See, this was supposed to be lighter, so I'm going to just add some white here. And get this rock face in. There's a little bit of blue down here. I add a tiny little bit of blue. Can also add crayons like the neo colors on top of this once it's dry. I have a family visiting, so unsure of my schedule yet for today. Okay, just let me know. If it doesn't work for today, we'll just make it next week, or maybe, yeah, Sunday is kind of busy. So this weekend we have 2 Patreon meets on Saturday. Honestly, you don't have to come. I'm just trying to catch up and make sure that we have some sketch and draws in there. I have lots of images to use, so but they will be there. If you can't make it, then you can catch the replay. And 2 on, well, 1 on Sunday, but Beth also has her grandma's draw, which I'm really excited about. Is it an introvert meet on Sunday, Beth? I'm not sure if Beth's here. She's probably not here because it's very early in Beth's world. Okay, I'm gonna get, there's a lot of blue area here. I think this rock needs to be a little bit wider, or this person needs to be a little bit bigger. There's a leg here, a leg and a leg. And then something very dark down here. I'm not sure if it's her. Is that another person or a backpack here? I'm not sure. And from the leg, there's an arm, and then there's a dark area here as well, and there. I don't think headaches and drawing go together. Do you? I guess it's like that no pain, no gain thing. Okay, I need some more gray blue color. That's gonna have to go in here. She does have a little bit of navy down here. I think the legs, I'm gonna just put that in this color and then change it like this. Arm and arm. This is where the upside down is you trusting what you see and not what you know it is, because you don't want to be thinking about what it is, because that'll just confuse you. So just trust in what you see, the colors. You have 2 minutes left. Well, I'm probably gonna leave this to dry a little bit and then work over the top. My palette is very dry. I think I should have just sprayed it a little bit. And it's getting quite messy. I'm gonna switch to a round brush. She needs a hand here and a little bit of a hand here. I don't think I can really see that. And then her head, I really can't see her face, but there are some dots of red in these little areas here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to fix this with some crayons. I think I'll try and fix it upside down as well, not change the format yet. This is part of the rock. Just changing her. This silhouette here. I think because it is so abstract, it makes it interesting to try and figure out. I'm really looking at the light and dark of the image and hoping that it's going to turn out. It may not turn out. You know, not every piece of work turns out, but you can work on it so it does turn out. Up and up. Okay, well that's a 10-minute really rough. I'm just going to turn it up, like right side up, to see if it actually resembles anything. Ooh. And I just put my whole thing on there, that's fine. Okay, so I think I've lost like the brightness of her hat, for example. So I do want to let that dry so that I can work over the top with Neocolors, and then I'm really going to work on seeing where the values are, etc., so that I can capture somebody rock climbing up this rock. All right, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to go to another book. I'll go to this one, and we will work on the last image here. Another black and white. You don't have to do it in black and white. I am going to do it in, I'm going to crop it. That's not going to, I have to leave it like this, I think, so that it looks like the overhang. Tammy sent me a 14B yesterday, so I'm going to do it in pencil. 14, no, not 14B, a 12B, Staedtler 12B. And I haven't used this one before, so I'm going to try this one and see if I can do a piece. So I'm going to do a 10-minute one in graphite, and your 10 minutes starts now, and then I'll go back to the color one. So I think first I'm going to get the horizon in and just put that in. This way I can kind of relate things to, for example, I mean, it's odd because, you know, we are drawing upside down, but he was upside down, so that it, I don't know, I think it kind of changes the whole upside down thing. It's okay. I wasn't really thinking. When I put the images in, I don't really look at the day that I'm putting the images in. It's very nice and soft, this pencil. Oh, I didn't turn my book upside down. That is going to be, it's going to look like he's just climbing. When I go through my pages, I'll have to turn my book upside down. I'm trying to relate things to looking at the negative space as well as the positive, and shapes, very important. It looks like he's got massive legs. Okay, looking at the rock and where it is, I have to also remember the rope. Let's put that in before I forget. Now the majority of this rock is dark, but I'm gonna put in a mid value and then go over with some darker areas. And back here you have the rock in the distance. I have to put the land in as well. I don't know how we're doing for time. 5 minutes. Oh, 6 minutes left. Okay, so I'm going to look at just mapping out where the darker areas are and where the lighter areas are. This way it'll give me a little bit of a guide to where to add those dark areas. So yesterday in Dylan Sarah's draw session, we were lucky to have the is it John Forey? John Offery, sorry, John Offery. He was there drawing with us, and he said something very interesting, because I think somebody was asking how he funds his practice, and he said, well, he hasn't really started selling too much or putting it out there as a business or as his career, because he wanted to get to a certain level before he was happy to, you know, be able to sell something. And I'm wondering, like, when you think of people like Picasso, like, did they think like that as well? Did they start their career and go, well, I can't sell anything until I'm at this level? Like, I know people will still pay a lot of money for a painting of, well, any famous person that even in their earliest parts of their career. Don't you think? I mean, obviously, like, you have to get there first, but I don't know. I've never really thought about it like that. I guess I've always wanted to make art my business, so I've always sold things at different stages of my career. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I've heard a couple of you say, oh no, I could never sell anything. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay. I'm going to get the landscape in down here. I think I've gone a little bit too dark already, and everything is very soft. I did not advertise that I was going to be on here live, and I think, I don't know, maybe I need to do an Instagram live soon again. I'm really worried that someone's going to complain again, or that same person is going to complain. I think I need to speak to somebody at Instagram and just make sure that it doesn't happen. I don't know how to get over that. The fear of being taken down by Instagram again. For just doing what I love doing. Really lovely, lovely, lovely pencil. Thank you so much, Tammy, for sending that over. That was a really lovely, lovely surprise. Okay, so a few fields in the background here. Well, that's your 10 minutes, so I am going to turn it around and see how we did. I want to get some, oh, this is right here, some shapes, the trees in here. This is actually darker down here. I want to just get that value a lot darker. Hi Meryl. Patricia says there's nothing worse than living in fear. I would just go back and hope for the best. If it happens again, we'll attack it with a vengeance. Yeah, I could. Or maybe I do like 3 days there. I don't know. I don't want to confuse everybody either, but I'm not really telling people that I'm on live anyway over here, so I tell people after the fact. And I do get viewers after the fact. I know that people do come in and view. But I think it's just so easy for Instagrammers to just go on live or see that I'm on live, and so they connect live and say hi, which is a little bit different over here. But I do like the format of this. I feel like it's bigger. You can see the image, and I can see that I have done this a little bit off. It is a little bit off. Yeah, maybe I'll try a couple of times. I think I'll try, I just don't, it's time, right? Time to speak to somebody, because I bought myself a blue check mark, which basically gives you a little bit more access to, you can chat with somebody on the business side. So because I bought that, I can at least chat with somebody. So I think I'll chat with them and see what they say, because yeah. Okay. I feel like I need to make marks, but very soft marks and small marks. I think I've lost some of the area here. Okay, I'm going to turn it right side up because my 10 minutes was up. Actually, it is right side up, but now I have to turn it this way. And this is the 18th of August, 23, and it's upside down. Well, I wouldn't like to be him hanging off that cliff, that's for sure. I think I want to just add some more rock here. I feel like it's odd that it's just so white when it should be like a rock edge here. Thank you, C. C says, love this. Patricia says, but living in fear is not a good feeling. You have to turn it around and see the amount of friends and people who... Yes, no, I totally understand that as well. And Janice says, it's much easier on IG for finding you. Some mornings it takes me several minutes to find you on live. I know. It's the same with, like even with Dylan Sarah's, like yesterday. Like I just went back and forth, and then there are ads, and then there, I don't think I have, do I have any ads when you come onto mine? I don't think there's any ads. But yeah, there's all that. It's not as easy. Anyway, we'll try a couple, and I'd like to have like people back on, like Patricia, and I know that on YouTube it's not as easy either, so we'll try and do some more Instagram lives, I think. I mean, it's nice to have these also because I can download them and have them on YouTube, but you know, maybe we'll do the month of September on Instagram. We'll see. All right, going back to this one, which it was a little bit of a disaster, but let's see if we can actually make it a little bit better. So I am going to work with new colors and really try and pull out the brights. What do we have time-wise? We have 20 minutes. That'll definitely give us enough time to do this one. Patricia says, have you saved all the contents to your Instagram when it came back? You know, I don't know how much time you have in the day, but you have to go through a third party to save Instagram. So you have to like save it to your phone, which I don't have enough space on my phone to save it, or you have to save it onto a device. So I could save it onto my iPad, but then it's saved in very low quality, and then you upload it to another app, and then you can save it. So I could save it onto YouTube. So it's almost like you have to take it off, but you have to play it and record it. So you don't actually, there's no button that says save content or download content. Like that's not available on Instagram. So kind of, yeah, it's a lot of work. Like I can remember I did a couple of them, and it would take me probably over 3.5 hours just to save 1 hour-long video, and that means all of my devices are being occupied, so I can't do anything on my devices. It just is a lot of work. I think there's an option to save. When you actually do the live, it says save to, but then you don't post it directly to your Instagram. So then you have to save it and then you have to upload it. So for me, like I'm doing a few things, like, you know, trying to, oh look, there's another person down there. I didn't even see that person. Anyway, it's a lot of work basically. Yes, it's a nightmare. It is. And no, I didn't, like, you know, I'm sure they'll offer that one day and it'll be a nice price to get that all sorted, but right now it's not there, and it's okay. Okay, there is, I don't know if this is light enough, but there, oh yeah, that's good. The rock down here is definitely, have to give this person, I think rock climbers probably have the best bodies, like they're super fit, aren't they? They're using their whole body weight to move around. Trying to get the, what are they called? Your shoulder muscles. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can speak to somebody, even in just in a chat today. And see what they say. This is one of my favorite colors, this saffron. Oh, and I thought the person had bare legs. It's funny, when you're doing this upside down thing, I don't know about you, but my brain, like when I'm initially doing it, my brain completely shuts off what the actual colors are related to. Like, I know that this was the cap and everything, and these were the legs, but I honestly thought they didn't have trousers on. I thought they were like shorts, which is really interesting. Because there was this like tan color here. This needs to be lighter here. There are these white veins in the rock. I've made my rock a lot wider, so I'm going to have to keep it wide. I feel like there are waterfalls or something in the landscape down here. Okay, I'm caving. I'm taking a headache tablet. I try and resist as much as I can, but then at a certain point, I think you have to say okay to taking something for it. I think it's probably frame of mind as well. When you know that you've taken something, you're like, okay, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. This is the gold color that I got in England, and I like it, but it does give a little bit of a sheen. But I like the color it gives. It's really nice. Although this needs to be a lot browner. Where did that brown go that I just had here? A lot of strings and ropes everywhere. I'm going to put them in this color because I don't think a lighter color will go over it. Anybody here like rock climbing? I freeze. Like when I've done rock climbing in the past, even on a rock climbing wall, I'm not very good. I freeze like, I don't know, 2 meters up. Don't do very well on it. And I thought I would be really okay with it. And then I did go with somebody a long time ago and just couldn't do it. Funny, isn't it? How you think you can do things and then it doesn't. You can't. Like your body says, no, you can't do that. So, I know that the majority of you are Patreons here, and you probably did get the email. But just to make sure you know, on Sunday I changed the time because I didn't realize that Beth had her meet on Sunday, the grandma meet, and that is at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I've changed hours to 1 p.m. Eastern. I know it's going to be a lot of Shar drawing this weekend, but we have Item Moat on Saturday morning, we have Cornwall on Saturday afternoon, and we have a London session on Sunday. I don't know what you want to do. I'm probably going to make some concertina zines. Either that or I'll start a new sketchbook and try and keep all my Patreon meets in there, which would be nice to have a look through that. Maybe I'll do that. I have a Royal Talons large sketchbook that I may save for that. Something really satisfying about drawing rock. I don't know if it's all the, it's probably all the textures and everything. Anybody else feel the same? Do you like rock drawing and not rock climbing? I'm going to do something with this. The, I know what I can do. The landscape here. So let's put some sky in. And then This goes down here. This is good if you want to blend. It would be good to use a paintbrush to blend these. Also because with gouache you can reactivate, so you've got both the Neocolor and the gouache that you can activate and blend, which is kind of cool. And take a little bit from here and just add it in this area. Has to be subtle. I think these trousers need to be a little bit darker. And then also here. I don't know, there's a lot of things going on here. I'm not sure if, I know that there's like a water bottle. And fill that in because that's a distraction. How are we doing for oh, we've got 7 minutes left. Was I even timing? I don't know if I was timing. I can't remember. Okay. Dark blue for a few details, for example, on her sweater, the creases, and here as well. And then need some kind of a little bit more depth in the landscape down here. We're still drawing upside down. C says, not me, I trip on little rocks. Pretty sure I would not be any good at this. Everybody else, I think, is a rock climber here. Maybe. Maybe it's like a, you know, a secret pastime of some of you. That you, this is something that you did when you were younger. I mean, you don't have to be young to rock climb, but you know what I mean. I feel like it's, you know, one of those things that you do a lot of in your 20s if you're really into it, and then it just sticks with you if you really love it. It's something that you travel the world and do. And I don't know, I've watched some of those programs and oh my goodness, they give me the heebie-jeebies just watching them. Okay, this didn't do anything, so I'm now gonna go back in and get some brighten this up a little bit. I want it to be subtle. I don't want it to be too overpowering. I'm gonna use my paintbrush, I think, and soften it. Let's do the lighter color first. And then use it on the darker one. My brush is just damp enough to move the color around a little bit. All right, I'm going to turn the page and see what else I can do. Right side up. Meryl says she doesn't like heights either. Okay, well, I feel like I caught some of it. I think I can probably darken a little bit up here. Oh no, I've got to bring that over and out a little bit. Just and I think that I can probably add a tiny little bit more blue on the edge of this to make it really look a little bit more like a shadow. That's a big drop. I add a tiny little bit of yellow maybe down here and will it look more sunshiny. A little bit. Alright. I think I'm good. Like, it's not perfect, but it, I think it did the trick. So today, I think you see, we did this one, which was also upside down. A nice value study. I've been enjoying the value studies. And this one was also done upside down, a quick color blocking. Which really wasn't color blocking, but it was because I didn't sketch it first. And then this one, which was a longer piece of a rock climber. If you're doing these prompts this weekend, you have the two prompts are sailing and treehouse. Oh, I love the treehouse one. I may have to do that in my own time. And then on Monday we have ultimate frisbee. There'll be a little bit of action. We have volleyball, we have walking trail, extreme sports, and why did I switch those two? I switched zip lining and yoga. Does anybody know why I switched these two? Was there a reason? I don't know. It'll come to me. I'm not sure why I switched them. Anyway, so those are the prompts. I will see some of you this weekend. If you're a Patreon, if you want to join, come and join. We have 3 sketch and draw meets this weekend, which I'm really excited about. And if you're not there, have a really good weekend and I will see you on Monday. Don't forget to check your emails. There will be the foundations class being released today and patrons will get a discount. Take care, everybody. Stay safe and have a good weekend. You just said you were switching them? See, I don't know why I switched them. I don't know if I had a plan. There probably is a plan in my head and I'm not sure why, but I mean, was it because maybe I wanted to do yoga? Maybe that's what it was, because on Friday. Oh, I think that was what it was, because maybe I did have a thought because it's upside down Friday and doing yoga poses upside down probably would be easier than doing them right side up. Maybe that's the reason. Bye, everybody. Bye.